Hello everyone and welcome back. It is unfortunately time for me to say goodbye to 3 more books from my batch from the self-published fantasy blog off round 9. The first book that I'm going to be saying goodbye to is Litany of the Destroyer by Chas Labelle. In the year 1346, England marches to war, crushing countless innocent lives underfoot. Condemned by birth to wield the sword for his king, Galen comes face to face with his sin as he watches his mental soul being dragged to hell by a demon. He knows his own won't be too far behind. Unable to stomach the slaughter any longer, Galen abandons his army and his knighthood, seeking redemption. But the demons are not finished with him yet. To save his newfound family, Galen will draw his sword once more, to embark on a journey that will take him to the very bowels of hell on earth. This has a really moody and dark opening, and the horror really continues from there with plenty of gore and battle. There's cannibalism and rotting horror. This is, it's dark, but at the same time I couldn't help but admire how tight the writing was, because there is not a single word wasted in the descriptiveness of this world. Galen was an interesting and multifaceted character, but ultimately this was just not a book that I was vibing with. The second book that I'm going to be saying goodbye to today is Dark Lament by Simon Graham. Channeling the light of heaven to heal, Vas attempts to save his friend, seriously hurt in a farming accident. Instead, he makes a deal with a dark entity, turning to necromancy to restore his friend to life. The repercussions of this event have catastrophic consequences. As Vas's new powers spiral out of control, he turns to the historical accounts of the Colour Crusades for answers, and the account of a paladin fallen from grace. This really had a violent start that did edge into the gratuitous. So Vas is well liked, a picture of a life with learning, friendship, and really just the mundane details of day-to-day life is really well built. I wasn't expecting so much of this to be about the Colour Crusades, and Vas's story felt pushed to one side. We learn more about what happened in the past than really much about Vas after the main events. There are a few points here and there, but the focus is definitely on the previous Crusades. I did like ultimately how things were tied up together, but overall the pacing just didn't work that well for me. The final book that I'm going to be cutting today is Rise of the Falsemarked by Samuel Gately. This became apparent very early on that this is a direct sequel, and I shan't go into the synopsis in case anyone wants to read this series. It will spoil events of book 1. So those are the 3 books that I'm going to be cutting today. I hope some of them sound interesting to you. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you all soon.